Hello everyone and welcome back to Horse Review. Today I will be discussing the Trakehner. When looking at the grid, the Trakehner actually fits inside very nicely. The height of the horse from ground to wither is equal to the length. The shoulder and haunches each take up about 1.5 squares, with the barrel taking up the remaining 2 squares. Overall, this is the most even horse that I've reviewed so far, and I'm actually quite impressed by it. Let's see how this translates to the gaits. The Trakehner has a long walk stride and it tracks up well. The shoulder and haunches are moving appropriately for the size and speed of this gait. The head bobs a bit more than I'd like to see, but it's not terrible. The horse puts its feet down a bit firmly and the front hooves are landing toe to heel, but at least the hind feet are being placed flat. The tail is swinging a bit obnoxiously though, and if you look closely, you can see that it clips through the hind right leg every time it swings. The trot is smooth and the haunches match the movement well, though the shoulder appears to be swinging just a little too much. While the horse isn't tracking up, it's very close and it's still making the desirable V shape. I would like to see the hind legs swinging a bit further back, as right now it sucks up towards the haunches a bit, but it's nowhere near as bad as some of the horses I've reviewed recently. The horse is carrying itself on the vertical, which is nice to see, though the head and neck do appear to be a bit stiff and aren't flowing with the movement. In my opinion, the tail is still swinging a bit too much, but at least it's no longer clipping through that hind leg. The Trakehner has an uphill canter, which is a nice feature. The haunches and shoulder are moving well, and while the head and neck are back to moving a bit too much for my liking, overall it's decent. The legs are reaching well, giving the canter a smooth appearance. Once again, I find the tail to be flipping a bit excessively, but it does stay away from the legs. At first glance, the hand gallop is very smooth. The shoulder and haunches swing appropriately for the movement, and the horse's feet are landing either flat or heel to toe. The head and neck are moving a good amount for this gait, and the legs are also reaching well, both in front of and behind the horse. The front right knee and fetlock stay bent perhaps just a little too long, but overall this gait is quite nice. The full gallop is a bit too fast to tell what's going on, so I'll slow it down. While still mostly smooth, the gallop does have some issues. The head is bobbing quite a bit, and the shoulder doesn't move very much. The haunches do clip into the barrel a bit, though it's not bad. The back is also dipping with each stride, causing the horse to have a bit of a hollowed-out appearance. The front legs reach well, and the tail is flowing nicely behind the horse. The rear is decent, with the horse rising up smoothly and supporting itself with its hind legs. The front left leg does stall a bit upon the landing, but overall, the Trakehner's rear is very good. Like with the hard stops that many other breeds have, the Trakehner will develop joint issues if this motion is done repetitively. However, the motion is accurate and the horse's hind legs support the weight properly. The canter jump has a very smooth takeoff and landing. The horse tucks its legs well and has excellent form. The jump from the hand gallop is similar, with a smooth takeoff and landing. The form isn't as clean as the jump from the canter, but it isn't by any means bad. The gallop jump is much the same as the previous two, though the horse does stick its head a bit higher in the air this time. Overall, though, I don't have much to complain about with the jumps. I had a really hard time deciding on a score for the Trakehner. There are a lot of things to like about this horse, but that doesn't mean it's without its flaws. As a tiebreaker between two possible scores, I looked at all of the color options and inspected the shading close up, which is something I don't normally do for horse review. After much consideration, I have decided to give the Trakehner a score of good. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back here for the next episode, which will be the Season 1 finale.